Thunder. Nikola Jokic, 42 points and 22 boards in Denver's Game 1 win. Aaron Gordon, the last-minute hero, with a go-ahead three-pointer to complete a big Nuggets comeback that left the crowd in OKC stunned. Then in Game 2, the Thunder come back with a historic win. They blew out Denver by 43. First home win for any team in the second round. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 34, his fourth straight 30-point playoff game. That evened the series at a game apiece. Pacers stormed into Cleveland and controlled Game 1 on the way to a win. 6 Pacers scored in double figures, led by Andrew Nembhard with 23 points. Then in Game 2, Tyrese Halliburton helped lead a 20-point comeback. Halliburton hit the game winner and then hit the Sam Cassell. Won't be fined for this time, but he did get a warning on the way to a commanding 2-0 series lead. Here's the NBA Today crew looking ahead.
Friends, we got a pair of Game 3s Friday on ESPN. Let's start with the Cavaliers and Indy, because this is a dire situation for Cleveland. I did not see this coming into this series, Danny. What is the thing that they need to do to now steal one on the road?
Nobody saw this, and I'm hoping that they get somebody healthy. And if not, they just have to figure out a way to get Donovan some minutes to be fresh, because he got really fatigued in that fourth quarter, couldn't bring the ball up. Indiana picked up their pressure. They got to hope that Indiana shoots poorly, and hopefully that they get, like, human nature kind of lackadaisical a little bit. But I'm choosing Cleveland in this one because they are showing potential to win games without their guys, but I'm hoping one of those guys get healthy.
And you know what they also need to do? Keep the game from being in clutch time, because Tyrese Halliburton straight up took over. He had 11 of his 19 points in the fourth quarter, and on top of it, they were really good. They were effective, especially in the paint. I think it was 26 paint points, 11 second chance points. So the Pacers, when it's close, like, they know how to eat. So responding, the Cavs, they have to be able to get some help and hopefully, fingers crossed, get, most importantly, health.
Yeah, the Cavaliers, Indiana has all of the confidence in the world heading into this Game 3. At this point, they're playing with house money. They're able to play freely, and health would do so much, even just to get one or two of those 3 guys back here for Cleveland. Then we have the Nuggets here and the Oklahoma City Thunder. That series is tied up at 1 game apiece. However, it feels like Oklahoma City, they sent a message in Game 2.
That was a textbook OKC Thunder win.
Yeah.
Forced and scored 34 points off of turnovers. They were sensational defensively. And then SGA, that guy almost didn't miss. I think he only missed 2 shots in the entire game. He had 34 points, just smooth like shea butter. What I love is that this is a team that is trying to win a championship. They're trying to win a title, right? What do? They respond in great fashion from adversity, and now you feel the confidence to really try to do something when you're going on the road. Shea
might be the MVP this year, but there still is another MVP caliber player on the other side of the ball.
Multi-time.
Yes, and he is not going to have that poor of a game. He's not going to have 13 turnovers. Aaron Gordon's playing well. Russell Westbrook, you're getting what you need from him. So I think everybody's going to step up. Jokic's going to play way better. I think Denver bounces back.
Do you think that this is a series that has the potential to drag out to 5, 6, 7 games?
I think you get at least 6 games for sure.
Yeah, I could see this being that, because Jokic is that player. He sees your punch. We saw it in his series against the Clippers. When the Clippers punched, they said, okay, we're going to recalibrate and figure out how to win this series in 7 games. The second round rolls on, and it has been wild, y'all. Sending it back to SportsCenter for now.
From Los Angeles, alongside Stan Verrett, I am Linda Cohn. Ahead, newest Cowboy George Pickens talks about his trade to Dallas. Plus, Alex Ovechkin and the Caps try to avoid an 0-2 hole, while Connor McDavid's Oilers hope to go up 2-0 in their series against Vegas.
But up first, the only NBA game on the schedule Thursday, Game 2 for the Warriors and Timberwolves. Golden State without Steph Curry for at least a week, while a grade 1 hamstring injury in his left leg heals up. Curry remained in Minnesota with the team as he gets treated. Warriors trying to do the best they can in the series until he gets back. Meanwhile, Minnesota trying to get going more quickly than they did in Game 1. They started colder than the Twin Cities winner in that game. First quarter, Naz Reid, no good. Dante DiVincenzo with a rebound to Anthony Edwards. And he has already equalized his output beyond the arc in Game 1 with that 3. Timberwolves up 16. Edwards getting to the rim this time. Timberwolves up 29-15 after 1. Fewest first quarter points in the postseason for the Warriors since the 2016 finals. Second quarter, Draymond Green flails his arms and hits Reid in the head. Reid down on the ground. Green's 5th tech of the postseason, 2 away from a 1-game suspension. More on that coming up later. Let's move ahead halfway through the second quarter now. Timberwolves up 37-19. Edwards drives. His layup is blocked. Afterwards, he's on the ground holding his ankle. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Trace Jackson Davis landed on his ankle after the play. And Steph Curry watching, like, I feel you. Edwards would walk to the locker room, visible limp as he walked away. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the half. Timberwolves up 15. Julius Randle for three. Minnesota 16 for 37 from three in game two. 5 for 29 in game one. They're up 17 at the half. Third quarter, here comes Edwards. Warriors down 13. Moses Moody, no good on the three. Randle with a rebound. Up ahead to Jaden McDaniels. Big finish. He had 16. Wolves shot 51% as a team in this game. Timberwolves up 15. Late third quarter, now they're up 16. Randle to Edwards. Edwards had 20 points, 9 boards. Timberwolves up 78-60. Final seconds of the third, Randle. He had 24 points, 11 assists. Timberwolves led the entire way. They win it 117-93 and tie the series at a game apiece.
For as much attention and, effort teams, do to, try to stop him, he's never one to, sit out of games and miss games. He's always put his best foot forward. And, I don't know. He's like Iron Man. I've seen him get hit, knocked down so many times. Better off, he like Wolverine, right? He gets hurt and he do something in the back. I don't know what the hell he do, but he do something in the back. He come out, he balls. That's what he does.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, D. Hines, I don't know what he be doing, but my physical therapist, he the best in the world. Yeah.
This one I was really worried about, actually. I thought, there's lots of ways that being an elite athlete pay off, and being able to shake those things off certainly is one of them. But this one I was really planning on not seeing him the rest of the game, to be honest with you. So
I don't know what it is. It's like they don't let me shoot threes no more. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. But they let me get to the rim and I'm not finishing, so it's kind of weird. I got to get back to working on my finishing and stop working on my threes because they're not letting me shoot threes.
20 for Edwards as he survives a scare with the ankle. Julius Randle stepped up big time. He became the fourth player in franchise history with a 20-point, 10-assist playoff game. In fact, it was the first in Randle's postseason career, and it led to the win. As for the Warriors, they look ahead to bouncing back at home in Game 3.
This is what makes the playoffs so strange, and it's the same way every year. Matchups dictate so much. Injuries dictate so much. Both Trace and JK have kind of been out of the loop, the last month or so. But all of a sudden, with Steph's injury, with the opponent that we're playing against, they're back in the forefront. So both of them, we provide the athleticism and the finishing that we're going to need against this team.
Experimental or not, I still would like to win. But I think the biggest lesson is don't start off in a hole like we did tonight. And game maybe could have ended up a little bit differently, but it's hard to climb out of that hole.
Let's break it down with Danny Green, who's back in studio with us once again on SportsCenter. So, Danny, much different start offensively for Minnesota than Game 1, and they were able to maintain it throughout the game. Kind of what you expected?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I expected them to be more locked in throughout the whole game, but we knew they were going to shoot that bad or that poorly that they shot in the last two games. They started off a 13-0 type of start, run. Anthony Edwards more aggressive, still not his best, but overall they played a way better game, and it's just too much for Golden State to handle.
Okay, but they do have a game in their pocket.
Yeah.
They head home to the Bay now. Steve Kerr got a look at what it looks like without Steph Curry, what works, what doesn't. You figure they may get some energy from the home crowd, but what does a winning formula look like for Golden State with what they have to work with?
They're going to need a lot of help from everybody.
Okay.
Kuminga had a great night tonight. He was 8 for 8 to start, missed a couple shots after, but he was a huge energy. Trace Jackson was great off the bench as well. So they're going to need a lot from all those guys, including Jimmy, Draymond, and everybody else that they have there. Buddy's got to have a big game. So in order for them to win, they could do it in Golden State in the Bay, but they need everybody to step up, and they also need, the Timberwolves to not play as well.
What'd you think of Butler's performance? I thought he would be a little bit more aggressive than he was in this game.
He's at that age where he's not going to be. He's never been an offensive threat like that, and he's got the quarterback. It's harder for him to score when he's the main focus, and there's not many other threats on the floor. Just him and Buddy, so they can focus on him. I'm sure he'll be more aggressive next game, but he's not going to be the same scorer we saw in Miami. I just don't see that happening again.
All right, series tied at a game apiece as they head to San Francisco for Game 3 on ABC on Saturday. Danny, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, Steph Curry is being cautious after he strained his hamstring in Game 1 of the Warriors series against Minnesota. He's going to miss at least a week, which potentially means the next 3 games, and said Thursday that he doesn't have a target return date. Curry has never had hamstring issues in his life before this.
This is new, and from all that I've or all that I'm learning about how quickly you can get back. There has to be a healing process it'll be one of those after a week, like really reevaluating every day to kind of understand when it's safe just to even think about playing, let alone like how much can you push it. And I know how tricky hamstrings can be, where they can fool you and think that it's healed even if you don't feel anything. And so that gray area is a little will be confusing, I'm sure, but I'll do everything in my power to get back as soon as possible.
Now, as we all know, the Warriors didn't have Steph Curry for Game 2 against the Wolves, and that has been a big problem for Golden State this postseason. Golden State has played 151 minutes without Steph this postseason, and they have struggled to score, putting up an offensive rating that would have been the worst in the league this season.
Wow.
Let's go to